Hi everyone, welcome back once again in my YouTube channel. So guys, I hope you all are doing great. And guys, in this video, what I am going to discuss, it's very important topic. Most of the interviewer ask this question frequently in the interview room. That's why also we should know the answer perfectly for this respective question. So guys, the topic is cursor. So many candidate you heard this content, right, about the cursor. What is cursor? When we are going to use this what concept, correct guys? So guys, we know that generally collection framework represent what group of objects, right? Generally collection framework represent the what group of object, right, as a single entity, right? What I have told you. So collection framework represent what group of object as a single entity, right? So that I want to read the data, right? If it's representing group of object as single entity, definitely that means what I want to read the data. To read the data from collection framework classes, right, we have different ways, right? If you're going to read the data what of the collection classes, right, so we have different types of way, right? We have different ways to read the data, right? Then question will arise, right? What all those ways by which we can read the data of collection classes, right? So guys, generally we know, right? So by using for each loop we can read the data. By get method we can read the data. By using cursor as well, what guys, by using cursor concept as well we can read the data what as well, right guys? So guys, in this video I will discuss what is cursor concept. What I will discuss guys, what is the cursor concept, because frequently in project we are going to use the cursor concept only. So might be so many candidates didn't know what is cursor when we need to use the cursor concept, right? So in this video I will explain what all those cursor we have in the collection, right, and when and how and which cursor we are going to use when we need to use which type of cursor. So many things I will discuss completely in this video. So guys, don't skip the video. Please watch for starting to end. If you skip the video, might you will not understand next video, right? So it's my suggestion. Okay, so you can watch entire video. Okay, only you can understand what is a cursor concept, right? Okay, I hope you people know for each method. So for each method and get method, right, by which we can what read the data as well, okay? But in this video what I am going to discuss, that is new concept, that is what cursor. It's very helpful for you guys, okay, because most of the interviewer ask this question frequently in the interview. So what is cursor, how many types of cursor, and what do you know about the cursor? Okay, so both the way it's helpful for you if you know this concept. So guys, first I will share the notepad, okay, then I will explain what is our today discussion topic, right? Topic is what cursor in collection framework, right? Cursor in collection framework, right? So guys, this is our topic, right? So what we are going to discuss today, right? So cursor in collection framework. So guys, we know very well, right? So generally we have four different types of cursor we have, right? Generally we have four different types of cursor, right? So one by one I will explain, okay? So first see what is the first cursor, guys. This first cursor, the name is what? Enumeration. You might heard the name of this cursor, right? Enumeration. Enumeration cursor, correct? Right. Enumeration cursor. That is the first. Then guys, what is the second cursor? That is a iterator. Iterator is the second cursor we have in the what? Collection framework, right? Correct. We have second is the what? 1 minute, guys. So that is our second cursor. That is what? Iterator cursor. Now, guys, what is third cursor? Third cursor, guys. The name of the third cursor, guys, list iterator. What? List iterator, right? That is the third cursor we have, right? Great, great, guys. So, guys, now last we have one cursor that is launched in what? JDK 8. That the name is what? Splitator, right? Split, right? Splitator, right? That is get introduced in this cursor has introduced in what? Introduced in JDK 8, guys. Okay, so the main motto for this cursor, what? Splitator. The main aim for launching this cursor is what? For support of efficient parallel traversal. What? To support the efficient parallel traversal. That means in the parallel programming, okay, we are going to use this cursor, right? That means in addition to sequential traversal, we can say also. Correct? So guys, we have these all four types of cursor in collection framework. These all are very very important to implement our implementation in our project, right? So guys, we should know all the cursor, right? Their what usage, when and how we are going to use all the cursor in our implementation, in our project implementation, right? So guys, one by one I will explain, but in this video guys, I will completely explain about the enumeration cursor. What? I will explain the enumeration cursor. Okay, so that's why guys, I will put here. So enumeration cursor, guys, first we need to know what is enumeration cursor and when we are going to use, what are the limitation of this cursor, right? Correct? So guys, I will explain one by one for entire video for enumeration cursor only. This is guys very basic, but it's very very important for interview point of view also. It's very important. Sometimes the interviewer may ask the question related to the cursor, so they may ask, what do you know about the enumeration cursor, right guys? So guys, so coming to the enumeration cursor, right? So first things what we should know, right? We should know guys, first guys, so this enumeration cursor introduced in which version of the collection framework, right? In which version of collection framework this enumeration cursor had introduced? So guys, I will write one by one every point, okay? So due to which you can keep remember in future as well. So guys, first this enumeration cursor, right? So you can say that this enumeration cursor, what? This enumeration cursor introduced in which version, right? So this enumeration cursor, what? Has introduced guys, in which version guys? Introduced in 1.0 guys. 1.0 this enumeration cursor has introduced. So this point you should keep remember. So enumeration cursor has introduced in 1.0 version, right? Of what? Collection framework, right? This is very very important point guys, you should keep in mind. Correct guys? So guys, so this cursor also we can say legacy cursor. What guys? This cursor also known as the legacy cursor. So definitely then one question may arise in your mind, what is legacy cursor? The cursor which has introduced in 1.0 version of the collection framework, that is called legacy cursor. Great guy. Same guy. You also know sometimes. Sometimes you may heard, right? So what is the legacy class, right? The class which has introduced in 1.0 version of the collection framework, right? That is called legacy classes. Same as guy. So the cursor which has introduced in 1.0 version, that is called legacy what? Cursor. So guys, enumeration cursor is what? Legacy cursor. Correct? Enumeration cursor is a legacy what? Cursor. So guys, so you can say what? Enumeration cursor is a what? Legacy cursor. So enumeration cursor is said to be what? Is said to be is said to be what? Is said to be guys legacy cursor. Legacy cursor guy. For knowledge sake, you should keep in mind, right? Correct. So guys, same thing what I have mentioned you. What is legacy class? Same, the cursor which is introduced in 1.0, that is also called legacy classes. Right guys? So guys, next point. So by using the cursor guy, you can read the data, right? By using the cursor, you can read the data from collection classes, right? From the collection classes. So you can use enumeration cursor for only legacy classes. Okay. So means what? By using enumeration, you can read the data only from legacy classes. If you are going to use the enumeration cursor, so you can use enumeration cursor only for the legacy classes, because enumeration cursor itself a legacy cursor, so you can't use enumeration cursor for other classes. Okay, so keep in mind, so enumeration cursor is used only for legacy classes, right? So also you can write here what? So enumeration cursor, what? Cursor can use what? Only for what? Legacy classes, right? Then you have one question in your mind maybe arise, what the example of legacy classes? So guys, example of legacy classes just like vector, right? That is vector guy. Why guys? Because it introduced what? Introduced in what? 1.0 version, right? 1.0 version, correct? So guys, that thing you keep in mind, right? So why? Enumeration cursor can use only for legacy classes. Example what? Vector. So it is introduced in 1.0 version. That means what we understood. So whatever the classes introduced in 1.0 version, for only for that classes we can use enumeration cursor, right? That's why guy, next point. So next point is what? Next point means guy, so enumeration cursor is not a universal cursor, right? Universal enumeration cursor is what? Not a what? Universal cursor, right? It's not a universal cursor, correct? That point you should also keep in mind whenever you think about the enumeration cursor, so that all the point you should keep in mind. Okay, then your what? Thinking power is too much clear, correct guy? So guys, next point. Next point guy, so guys, see, you can get enumeration object guy. You can get the enumeration object by using guy which method? You can get, I can write here. So you can get guy, you can what? Get enumeration object, right? Enumeration object, enumeration object, right? You can get enumeration object by using guy, by using what? By using element method guy. Element elements method, right? Got it? Elements method, you can get the enumeration object. Okay, that thing also keep in mind. Correct guy? So now guy, next point, point number 6. So guys, enumeration contains two methods. Enumeration contain, so see guys, point number 5 what I mentioned. So enumeration object you can get by using elements method, but in enumeration contains two methods guys. Enumeration is interface guy. Enumeration is a interface, don't confuse. Okay, so enumeration contains guy. Okay, so enumeration cursor, or you can say enumeration contains guy, contains two method guy, two method. So what these two method guy, what all those two methods guy, I will explain now. So animation contains, first you should know guys, animation contains two method, right? So what all those two methods get. So this two method means first method get has more element. What has more element? What guy has more element? This is the method guy which available inside our information interface, has more element. So definitely then question may arise what it does, right? What it does, what this method does guy. So you see guy, this method is used to check, this method is used to check data is available or not in the collection. What? So also I can mention here, so this method is used to check, used to check what, this method is used to check data is available or not in the collection, right? In the collection, correct? Okay, I hope you understood, right? So what it does, so this method is used to check data is available or not in the collection, correct? So okay, this is the first method what the enumeration has, right? So guys, now second, what is second method? It has guys, second method guys, it has next element. What? Next element, next element, right? Next element method it has, right? Correct guys. So what this method does guys, what the actual behavior of this method. So guys, this method is used, we can write this what, this method is used what, for what, which purpose guys, this method is used to check read the data. This method is used for reading the data guy only. If data is available only we can read the data with this method. So this method is used for read the data guy, nothing else. Read the data, right, from what, collection, correct? I hope you understood, correct guy? So these 2 points you should keep remember, correct guy? Okay, now I will jump in behavior next behavior of the enumeration cursor. So guys see, so this enumeration perform read operation only. So guys, we can say this enumeration cursor, right? This enumeration cursor perform performs only guys what, read operation, right? Read operation. So as per the operation by only it's performing read operation. That thing also one point you keep in mind, right? Guys, next point. So guys, with the help of enumeration cursor, we can read only forward direction guy, not backward. So what we can say, what, with the help of, right, with the what, help of, with the help of animation cursor, what, cursor, we can read what, we can read only what, we can read the data guys, we can read, we can read the data for only forward direction, right? Forward direction, correct? So guys, there are so many points I am going to write here, right? I'm writing here so many points. So you will keep in mind. Then your what? Thinking power, your knowledge will enhance more. Right? See, it looks like very simple, but there are so many points are there. If you keep in mind, then your what? Confidence level will too much boost up. Right? So guys, point number next. So enumeration is just like a interface. So you can say enumeration is just a what? Interface. What? Enumeration cursor is just a what? Interface. Okay? It's just a interface. Correct? Yes. Guy, next point. Point number 10. This is last but not least, guy. This point number 10. So what is the point number 10, guy? So guys, see this enumeration cursor, right? This enumeration cursor supports enumeration cursor supports, guy, supports what? Both normal and generic version, guy. I will explain once I will write the implementation. So what it does, right? So enumeration cursor supports both normal and generic version. Okay, so guys, this will discuss in later. Okay, once I will start the implementation, guys. So guys, the all the points you should keep in mind. Okay, the all the points if you keep in mind, then what you can think, yes, I know what about the enumeration cursor. Correct, guys? So I have written all the points in front of you very clearly, right? So you just read and you keep remember all the points. Correct, guys? I hope you are getting all the points, right? So guys, see, but you know, guys, enumeration has some limitation as well, right? In this 10 point only, it has some limitation. So what limitation, guys? So enumeration is only applicable for enumeration is applicable for only what? Legacy classes, right? So guys, limitation, right? Limitation of what? Enumeration cursor, right? Correct. So correct, guys. So what I have told. So limitation of enumeration cursor, right? So guys, what? It is applicable, right? So it is applicable only for, guy, what? It is applicable only for guy, what? Legacy classes, right? Legacy classes, it's not good, right? This is limitation, right? This is limitation only, correct? So it is applicable only for what? Legacy classes. We can't use this cursor entire what? Our collection, right? So if you are going to use the array list, right, that time we can't use, right, because array list is not a legacy class. That time we can't use enumeration cursor for read the data, right? Only we need to use what? Vector classes. Wherever if you're going to use the vector, so that place you can happily use the enumeration cursor. That is the one limitation only, right? So anyone may ask, right, what is the limitation of the enumeration cursor? That time you can happily reply to them, right? So guys, see what is then second limitation. So that's already I've told you. So it's not a universal cursor, right? So it is not what? Not a universal cursor, right? It is not a universal cursor, right? Correct? It's not a, it is not a universal cursor. Universal cursor means, guys, what? So the cursor we can use for entire collection, right? That's why, but it's used only for the legacy classes, correct? So can see, so read operation only it perform, guy, what? Read operation, right? It perform only, it perform only what? Read operation, right? Correct? This is also one limitation, guy. So limitation number next. So it read data, it read the data, read the collection data, collection data only forward direction, guy, right? Only forward direction, right? It's also not a good, right? This is also one a limitation only, right? It read the collection data only forward direction. So guys, we need to know, we should keep in mind. So these all are the what? Limitation only for the what? enumeration cursor. Correct, guys? So, guys, with the example, we can understand easily, right? With the example, we can understand easily. Suppose, guys, vector class, which introduced 1.0 version, that legacy class, right? So, by using enumeration, you can read the data for vector class. Yes or no? Not other classes, right? Completely. Yes, we can. What? We can read data only for vector classes, not the other classes, right? And guy, and moreover, guy, vector or array list, both are same, right? Vector or array list, both are same, guy, because whatever property of array list, that same property is vector as well, right? So guys, so what is the difference? Also, sometimes in the interview room, this question may arise, right? What a question may arise, guys? So what is the difference between what vector and array list? So guys, don't confuse. What I'm going to explain, please listen carefully. Okay. So sometimes they may ask, what the difference between vector and array list? The question may ask some time in the what interview room by the interviewer. This question frequently. So what answer we should tell to them, guys? We need to tell them, right? So array list method are, guys, non-synchronized, right? Array list methods are non-synchronized because array list introduced in 1.2 version, right? Also, I will tell one thing, very interesting thing, guys. Okay, so what the things is that? So guys, whatever the class which has introduced in 1.0, that is synchronized. Keep in mind, guys, whatever the class has introduced in Kaizen framework in version 1.0, that is synchronized. Correct? But whenever if interview may ask what is the difference between vector and array list, you know very well array list introduced in 1.2 version. That's why it is not synchronized. It is what? Not synchronized means non-synchronized, right? But vector is synchronized. Why? Because this vector class has introduced in 1.0. Got it, guys? So vector is 1.0 version introduced, right? The class which is introduced in 1.0 version, by default it's synchronized. Keep in mind, guys. The class which is introduced in 1.0 version, by default it's a synchronized. Other than all classes, method are non-synchronized. A part of 1.0 version, other classes as by default what? Non-synchronized. Only the class is synchronized means what? Which has introduced 1.0 version. Correct, guys? So just in single line, how you will keep in mind, how you will keep remember, vector methods are synchronized, array list methods are non-synchronized. Correct? Synchronized means, guys, you know very well, right? Already I've discussed so many times. Synchronized means how many threads are accessed at a time. Synchronized means what? How many threads are accessed at a time. Means what? Only one thread, right, guys? Synchronized means only one thread, right? It will access, right? That's why it is thread shape, right? Synchronized means what? It is thread shape. So vector methods are thread shape, guy. But performance by it reduce his performance, right? Performance by it reduce the performance. While array list, guy, array list is what? Non-synchronized because array list method is introduced in 1.2 version. I hope you are with me, right, guys? So ALS is introduced in 1.0 version. That's why this ALS method are what? Non-synchronized. Non-synchronized means what, guys? So how many thread can access multiple thread? Obviously, performance will increase. Correct, guy? One more time. So synchronized means, guy. So how many thread are accessed at a time? Only one thread, right? That's why it is thread shape, but performance is decrease, right? But same if you're going to use the array list that is introduced in 1.0 version, that is non-synchronized. Non-synchronized means, guys, how many threads can access? Obviously, multiple threads at a time. That's why their performance will be increased. Good, guy? That's all, guys. This difference between the what? Vector and array list. Good, guy? So, guys, now I will show one example, enumeration versus vector. How we are going to use the enumeration cursor in the class of vector, right? Because enumeration is guy applied on which object guy? Vector only. Enumeration is applied on which object? Vector only guy. So because enumeration is applicable for only legacy classes, right? Already I mentioned earlier, right? In first of the time. So enumeration is applicable for only legacy classes. I can't apply enumeration in array list classes because array list is introduced in 1.2 version, right? It is not a legacy classes. Yes or no? Array list is not a legacy classes. What are the legacy classes, guy? Vector. Why? Because it is introduced in 1.0 version. That's why if you're going to use the enumeration cursor, so first we should have collection object in the vector, right? So guys, I will explain with the id guys. Okay, so how this enumeration cursor we are going to use in the what, our implementation. So guys, see, this is our cursor topic starting, right? So I will create one new package. Okay, so guys, that package is com dot app dot java mind dot cursor, right? Cursor, correct? So guys, I have created the package, right? So package has created. So guys, in this package, I will create one class. In this class, we will show the our example, right? So class name guys, uh, cursor example first, right? Cursor example first. Click main method finish. Guys, be concentrated. What I'm going to explain, it's very important how we are going to use the enumeration cursor. Now already I have explained why we need cursor. So if you're going to read the collection data, that time we need to know the cursor concept. So in among cursor, we have one enumeration cursor in the collection framework. Right guys? Great. So already we have created one class. Right guys? See guys. So first, what I have told, so if you're going to use the enumeration cursor, so you should have legacy classes only because enumeration cursor itself a what? Legacy cursor. That's why if you're going to use the enumeration cursor, so only you should have what? Legacy classes. So legacy class means what? The class which is introduced in 1.0. So vector is a such type of class which has introduced in 1.0. That's why I'm going to take example with a vector class only. Okay. So vector. Okay. So I will take some string here. A string. Okay. Equals to new what, vector, right? So need to add our generic as a string, right? Correct. We have created the vector, right? Then right guys, we have created the vector class object, right? Now I will add some string object, right? So you can add v dot add just like an array list, same thing. So already I mentioned you what difference between array list and vector. Only what, version was different. It introduced 1.0, Alice introduced 1.2 version. That is, vector is synchronized and Alice is non-synchronized. A part of everything is same method. V dot add. So you can add guy. What? You can add what? Some what? A string object, right? You can add some a string object here, right? So guys, suppose a string object is here, John. Okay, right? That is guy. First a string object. I will copy and paste. Okay, so John that is Goldie, and that is Suraj, and that is what? Rabia. Okay, so guys, these all what is here, guys? Word is error, syntax error on token, this one, did this token, right? So guys, these all object we have what added in our vector, right? Correct, guys? Done. So guys, see. So now we have John, Goldie, Suraj, Rabia. All the we have added this object into the vector, right? So guys, now what our main motto, right? Main motto is guys, read the data by using enumeration, right? So what? Now read the data, guys. Read the data what by using by using what by using enumeration, right? See guys, I'm explain step by step. So whenever if you'll see this video, will watch the video, so your what thought process or your thinking power is much too much clearer. You should not have any confusion, right? So after adding this object into the vector, so what our next motto? So read the data by using enumeration, right? So guys, how to get the enumeration object? So after means read the data by using enumeration, the question is what? How to read the data, right? How to read the data, right? How to read the data? Yeah, how to get the enumeration object? How to get? How to get the enumeration object first, right? How to get the enumeration object, right? Enumeration, right? Yes or no, guys? How to get the enumeration object, correct? By using guy by using what element method. What method, guy? Already I have discussed, right? Element method by using elements method, right? Good. See guys, that thing already I have told you. So read the data by using enumeration. So how to get an enumeration object? So already I mentioned by using elements method, right? So come here, guys. See, come here. So guys, now see how I'm going to what get the enumeration object, guys. Okay. So guys, already you have object into the what this object, right? In vector, right? So guys, see what I can write here. So v dot, see guys, you have on method, see elements method there na, see elements, second elements enumeration, right? Correct. See guys, I will call this method, right? Elements method. But how we are going to store, guys, this string value? How are we going to how we are going to what how we are going to store this string value, guys? So guys, before reading the data, guys, just keep in mind what I'm explaining here. So before reading the data, we have to check data is available or not. Yes or no? Correct? Yes or no, guys? So for that purpose, what we are going to use e dot has more element. But so guys, see first where I can store this data, guys. So I can store in enumeration object, right? Enumeration e, right? See guys, I have done this thing because it return the string object, right? Return the string object, correct? So that's I have stored in the under e, right? So guys, before reading the data, we have to check the data is available or not. To check the data is available or not, we can use guys. So guys, see what I'm going to explain here. So you can get the what information object, right? You mentioned how to get enumeration object by using elements method. So with this method you got the enumeration object, right? So if you got the enumeration object, next point is what? Before reading the data, right? So we have four data, right? So we need to read all these four data. So how we are going to read the data, guys? So that's why guys, before reading the data we have to check data is available or not. So this all data is available or not, right, in the vector, right? So we are going to use guy. So to check the data is available or not, we can use like guy. How? See, we can use one while loop. In while loop guy, we have the information object, right? E, right? So e dot see. So what already I have mentioned you, right? Already I mentioned you in the discussion time. See, has more element, guys. So has more element. What it does, guys? This method is used to check the data is available or not in the collection, right? So this method is going to use the data, means this data, John Goldie Sri Arabia. In this object vector, we have data available or not. That's why, guy, I'm going to use here. First, I'm going to check the data is available or not. So e dot what has more elements. Then guy, this method returns the boolean yes or no. If data is there, we can iterate, right? If it's not there, that it will give the false response. That's why guy, result type is boolean. Done, right? So this method is used to check the data is available or not, right? I hope you understood, guy, right? So guys, see, if it has more element, guy, what I mentioned you, if it has more elements, return true means what? Data is available, correct? Right? Then read the data. So how to read the data with guy? We are going to use what? Next element. We are going to use the next element, guy. What? Already I have told you, right? So you can see after checking this method, if data is available, then we can use this method for read the data, guys, right? This method is first method has a more element method. It's used to only data is available or not, because the return type of this method is boolean. It will give true or false. If true, then only we can use next element method. If it's not there, it give false. Directly come off the loop. So now we can use the this next element method, guys. Okay, come here. See, guys. So, guys, one thing also keep in mind. So here enumeration can hold a string data only, right? Here enumeration, see, you can see here enumeration is can hold only a string data, right? Yes or no? So only or any data, only a string data or any data, only a string data, right? Yes or no? Enumeration can hold all the data, right? But as of now, we can mention only what a string data, right? So that's why, guy, what I can write here. After I can write here, guys. See what e dot what e dot next there na. So it will read the data, guys. This method is used to read the data only, right? So guys, it holds guys only a string data, right? As of now, it holds only a string data. That's why we need to typecast, right? A string, right? And it can a string, guys. Suppose a string s, right? Correct, guy? Any dot till now it should not be, right? Because enumeration, guys, it holds all the data, but as of now we are going to use the string. That's why we are going to here typecast. But here, guys, vector contains only what? A string data. That's why we have to typecast into a string, right? Okay. So guys, after that, what we can do? After that, we can print the object, right? We can print the object. So what object, guy? In our S, whatever object we have. Correct, guy? So that means, guy, so this is closing bracket of what? While loop. So guys, this type of things you need to keep in mind because in project level, so many codes are there. So guys, this method is a main method, right? Right? Main method, right? And this method is a class. Class closed, right? Main method closed, right? While closed, right? Correct, guys? So guys, this thing we have done. So now in front of you, I will run the application and we'll see the result is coming expected or not. See guys, John, Goldie, Sue, Rabia. So all the four data are coming or not? Are coming or not? Absolutely, guy, it's coming, right? So with the help of guy, what? Enumeration, right? With the help of enumeration, we can read the data happily, right? For only vector class, guy, if you're going to use this enumeration already for array list, it can't work, guy. Why? Because enumeration cursor we can use only for legacy classes, because enumeration cursor itself a legacy cursor. Legacy means already I mentioned so many times, right? The the cursor or class which has introduced in 1.0 version of the collection framework. Right, guys? So, guys, that is the normal version, guys. Already I mentioned one point, right? While explaining this thing. Point one. So, guys, this enumeration cursor supports both normal and generic version, guys. Right? So, guys, what I have told that 1 minute, guy. One thing also keep in mind here. So if you don't write this thing, see it, this is, guy, normal version, right? This is the normal version, right? Why, guy? Because this time enumeration enumeration holds the object object type, right? That's why I have done here typecasting, right? I have done here typecasting, correct? That's why, guy. Okay, so it's hold the object type, right? Once you're going to hold the object type, then explicitly we need to the typecast, because vector what hold the string type only. Okay, that is the called, guy. This type is called the what? Normal version, right? Normal version. So, guys, I can use what? No, I can use, guy, what? I can use generic version. How enumeration we are going to use the generic. See, guy, for that for that for that generic version, you just copy this, you can come here. Okay, same thing I have told you, what I can use your generic version of the enumeration, right? A string, right? See, guys, you can mention here e1, right? Okay, so, guys, now enumeration hold the string type only, right? It holds a string type only. This time, what? We no need to typecast, right? Because already you have mentioned what? Whatever you have the animation object, that is a string type, right? So, guys, now you can use here while loop. While loop. So your object has e1 dot has more element, right? So first it will check the data is available or not, right? So if data is available, what you're going to use, guys? You can use what? E1 dot what? Next, right? Next element. So it will read the data, guys. This time, guys, you no need to what? Typecasting required, right? Directly you can store into the string, right? Right, guys, you don't need to do anything, right? That it is stored, that it holds the data as a string, correct? because already you have mentioned, right? Enumeration is a what? String type, means that is a generic type, right? So that's I have told you guys. So enumeration cursor what supports two types. So that is normal version. You can see also that is normal version, guys, right? Normal version. And guys, this this is the what? Generic version. Generic version. Right, guys? So I have written this, correct? Okay. After that, guys, simply you can print the object, right? You can print the object, that is you can put S1, right? Now, guys, you can run the application and we'll see the result is coming expected or not. So for at this place, I can write 1 minute. 1 minute, guys. Sys out 1 minute, guys. Differences between normal and what? Generic, right? So, guys, this is our differences. So we can now we can run the application. We can see the see guys. So guys, difference between normal and generic version. So these all are guys. So normal version and these all are the guy our generic version. So guys, so how we are going to use what? Our enumeration cursor, right? In collection framework. So already I mentioned guys. So we have these four types of cursor in our what? Collection framework. So this cursor, innovation cursor, I have done with the example as well, right? So how we are going to what? Read the data with the help of enumeration cursor. So guys, if you follow this video, so definitely you should not have any what? Confusion, right? In same type app, you may have seen in your project as well. If you have used the vector, so if you're going to use the what? Use the read data, so with the help of enumeration, same tab they have done. Okay, so guys, that's it, this video. So guys, don't skip the video, please watch entire video. Okay, definitely you should not have any confusion for enumeration cursor. Thank you guys. So as of now, if you like the video, please like, share, subscribe. Okay, so and I will bring in next video all other what? Cursor, iterator, list iterator, splitter. One by one I will explain all the cursor, when and how we are going to use in this concept, yeah, this cursor in our what? Application or in our project. Thank you guys, bye bye, we'll meet very soon in next video.